I've collected a decent amount of parts for my M16A4 over the years. From different sights, rails, and even trigger guards, I used to change out my rifle's setup pretty noticeably. But eventually, I settled on a basic layout, and now I only swap the sights based on what I feel like shooting or what I need to practice, and keep the base gun as is.
What we're going to do today is I'm going to show you guys my M16A4 build. Rather than just talk about it on screen, we're going to build it together. Or, I guess, at least as much as you can watch me build it, because you're on that side of the screen, we're going to put it together as well. Basically, I have here a blank slate. I have, like the rail installed and stuff like that. But otherwise, we're going to put on the different attachments that I have on my gun and kind of go in that order. So let's get into it. Let's go over my M16A4 clone. The base rifle is a BCM 20-inch upper government profile receiver, and the lower is also from BCM with their internals. And the A2 furniture on here, such as the buttstock and the pistol grip, is from Aero Precision. These are pretty popular brands, and they have an overall reliable and well-regarded track record. Both BCM and Aero Precision supply quality rifles and quality rifle parts at a justifiable price. Now, the handguard I'm putting on here is the Knight's Armament M5 rail. As you probably know, this is a little bit hard to find these days, and I've done a previous video on how to go about getting one, and you guys added some good information to that as well. The Knight's Armament rail is a non-free-floated rail that replaces the circular A2 handguards. The panels I'm installing here aren't necessary, but they do protect the rail itself, and they do make your grip wider. We also have the Knight's Armament vertical grip on here, which is definitely long by today's standards, but it does the job well. Since the rail has a wider grip once you install these panels, the vertical grip helps you get a solid grasp on the gun, especially if you use the C-clamp. Now that we've installed the rail, I put my flashlight on the right side of the gun. This is the Streamlight ProTac HLX, which I use instead of one of the older Surefire lights, since it's affordable and easier to find, and kind of resembles the actual Clone Correct flashlight, but not entirely. I use electrical tape to cover the logos on the Streamlight, and I also use a pressure pad on the top section of the rail. Next, we have sights. I've been shooting with my ACOG more these days, but recently I felt like going back to iron sights, so I'm installing the carry handle on here. I also got this from Aero Precision, but you can find this online in many other stores as well. I've mentioned this before, but the length of pull when using the carry handle and the A2 fixed stock is just perfect. It really is the chef's kiss. In this configuration, it's actually my most comfortable rifle to shoot, which is something I've said in the past a few times already, and I still stand by. As you can probably tell already, I don't use any fancy parts or do anything wild with my gun. I like to keep things pretty minimal and not have any unnecessary parts on it. But regardless of how I set it up, I'm sure you guys can relate to this, I always find assembling guns or swapping parts to be almost therapeutic. It's relaxing to work on, whether it's at night or at any time of day. Putting it together is calming, for the most part, provided you know how to put things together. It's something I always look forward to, and of course there's the functional aspect once you have the new part, but it's also a little bit of a treat to be able to sit down and put some quiet time in on putting the rifle together. The bolt carrier group I have here is from Toolcraft. This is their phosphated coated bolt, and I chose it because it has a good track record and it doesn't have a bunch of logos on the side, and it came at an affordable price. Now, I definitely don't suggest that you cheap out on the bolt carrier group because it's such an important component, but I also do suggest you research to figure whether it's really worth paying double the price for a different BCG. In any case, I've chosen this one, and I like to keep it clean again with no logos, and this BCG has had about maybe 6,000 rounds of both steel and brass and has worked well. The charging handle I have on here is just a regular A2 charging handle that I happen to have lying around, but you can also get these from many different stores online and in person because they're so common. So thanks for watching, guys. That's the M16 overall. Again, I like to keep it pretty simple, pretty clean. I don't really add any crazy parts. I just want it to look a certain way, and that's really about it. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions about the different parts, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you later.